Hello and welcome. This is my video on the Ido Portal method, practice after a good 4 to 6 months, maybe even longer of not practicing there. I'll have to calculate that, you'll see it on the title. But yeah, I was in the gym today before some clients and decided, right, let me film a bit, let me just get a bit of mobility going and stuff. So I'm just going to drag myself over and we're just going to watch this video and I'll give you some pointers on what I'm doing and break down the techniques a little bit. This all kind of started when I just did the bridge a few days ago and I could just feel all my muscles across my abs and my rotator cuff was so tight and I thought, I need to get moving. So let's begin. So here I'm starting with some muscle ups. I much do prefer the gymnastic rings, but there's a decent setup for them in the gym, so I thought, hey, why not? Excuse the dodgy camera angles. But yeah, just really focus on getting explosiveness, getting a good twist on the hands there, on the external rotation right into the press. Amazing work there. And yeah, just kind of, just stretching out. I do like hanging off one arm, getting a really deep stretch. Hanging off two does work. Really good for decompressing the spine and just allowing all the muscles to stretch out and just relax there. So I do this before I do kind of some dips and muscle ups. So I do like using the same bars for muscle ups as I do front dips. I'll never load weight onto these dips, the front dips. It's more so the parallel bar dips I'll load weight onto. But this was just a nice little warm up. Just getting used to that movement again, because again, it's been ages since I've done any of this stuff. But yeah, just nice and easy shaking off there. Right, moving on to a bit of mobility work. Here we are, I'm just stretching out, so I'm going into that flat foot squat, making sure my feet are flat on the floor, elbows on the inside of my legs, pushing out, getting a really nice deep stretch in the hip flexors there, and then we twist them in again. It's just all that hip mobility, popping the knees to the floor, getting some toe movement too. You don't really move your toes much, but building good range of motion in the toes there. I broke both of mine multiple times doing parkour, so it is quite good for me to do this one. But yeah, just getting a good stretch in the lower body there. All good. The whole posterior chain is stretching. So I'm using my opposite hand to my opposite ankle, twisting up and looking up there. It's really good for the lower spine. I love that stretch. Just gets you moving. So I'm going into some bridges here now. These have suffered a bit over my lack of practice, but you can see I'm really pushing with my legs there and focusing on not bending here in the lower spine, but bending in the upper spine, the thoracic spine there, because that's what you're meant to do. You're not really meant to arch the lower back much. Here I'm just getting some QDR, so again, I'm lowering down onto each arm there. Some external rotation, just warming up for the move I want to practice, I want to try. So I'm pretty happy with how this is going and how that was moving there. Alright, so moving on to these things I want to try. So I did this the first time like a year and a half ago, and it was a cartwheel into a QDR. So you're going from a cartwheel, continuing that momentum to then land on the opposite elbow kind of on the side of the body there and go into a QDR. And then into a bridge ideally, which you might be able to see here. So I kind of get it. My legs should be straighter and I should be able to balance straight into the bridge there and then back through the other way. So I'll give it a good few more attempts. I'm never ashamed of showing all my attempts because it just shows you how much you need to put in to then get the result there. So that wasn't smooth enough on the hand, so I wanted to go again. It still felt nice though. So rather than completely resting on the arm, I think for this one I went straight into it, yeah, and that felt a lot better. It looked smoother in my eyes as well. But I could definitely feel the stretch of my rotator cuff here. It's that external rotation, you see. But you have to be careful. Here's a bit of a slow motion for you. Because you can see, if this elbow goes in too much, then you can separate your shoulder, and I've done that before and it's not nice in the slightest. It will put you out of any upper body work for a long time. But yeah, to be fair, I was very happy with this kind of movement after having such a long kind of rest. Thought I'd move into a bit more kind of linear movement pattern, so I thought monkey walk into like a neck spring into a front handspring. This one went a bit too fast. I wasn't too happy with this one. But hey, I moved well with it. I haven't done this stuff in a long time, and here you've just got a flow. Starting with a parkour roll, a back sweep into the bridge. Very smooth. This is all improvised, by the way. I planned none of this. So I'm happy with how it went because everything was controlled and smooth. Yeah, so it was all improvised. I was happy with this. It was nice. Just making sure to stay stable in the hands and everything. perfect with a handstand. It was 1 attempt, which I was quite happy with. But yeah, that's that. And then I go into a knees over toes squat there, also known as not a shrimp squat, a different kind, a sissy squat. I am doing the knees over toes guide program currently just to help with my knees because I am looking to run an ultra marathon soon. But after this, I go into some deadlifts now. My deadlifts, my PB is 170 kg at around 70 kilogram body weight. This was just 120 kilogram, but I've not touched, well, I have with clients, but I've not lifted anything properly in a good 6 months, maybe 7 months. So I was pretty happy, 120 for reps, 5 reps there on both sumo and conventional. I haven't really done conventional much at all because I injured my back when I first started deadlifting from a car accident, so I stuck with sumos to take the stress off. But these moved quite well, so I was happy with that. Yeah, pretty happy with the whole progress there. The whole body's moving synchronized, back is braced, the form is good, There we go. Smashed it and then one last one there. Yeah, I was happy with these, move well. I'm just going to place this back to the beginning so you can watch it in the background as I'm talking a little bit there. But the Ido Portal method, I think I've not practiced under Ido Portal at any point. I've trained under people who have trained under him, but I've not directly trained under him. Now, the way I take it, the perspective I have on it, very much is that it's movement generalization. There is no set way of saying, right, 20% of your practice should be on hand balancing, another 20% should then be on movement patterns and locomotion and floreo, blah blah blah. I think it's very functional and specific to you. I quite enjoy doing, a lot of work like this in the gym where I do some mobility, some flows, some muscle ups, a bit of weight work. That is what I enjoy nowadays. Ideally, if the gym had some ropes and gymnastic rings, that would be amazing. There's no really to hang them, unfortunately, otherwise I would have brought them in myself. This is in fact where I work as well. But it's more so what you do and what you enjoy. Think about it. If you enjoy the workouts you are doing, you're way more likely to do them and therefore you're more likely to make more progress. That is far better than going, right, I need to do floreo this many days a week and do wrist prep this many days a week and do it for like 2-3 weeks and then just never do it again because you don't enjoy it and it's pissed you off. Do what you enjoy first, build the habits and routines, and then you can start to get a lot more methodical and a lot more specific with your practice there. Obviously train safe, that's not what I'm saying. Don't just go out there and start doing loads of work to just destroy your wrists. But train safe and enjoy. That is the main thing there. So this is the stuff I enjoy. And yeah, it's genuinely been maybe 6 months of a rest for me. A rest, I've been lazy, it's not been a rest. I've been lazy with my exercise, but I have been building my business, which is in a very nice place right now. The only work I have done regarding this mobility and everything has been, I teach a few of my clients bodyweight exercises, mobility, the floreo. So I'll demonstrate the odd thing here or there, but I really do not train it myself, not as much as anywhere near as I should. But I was quite impressed that my body was able to move this well and be this limber, I guess. After such a long break, so I am happy with that. But let me know what you think below. I look forward to seeing what you guys comment down there. And yeah, should be all good. So I'll see you all in a bit, and yeah, have a nice one. See you later.